The most important thing that we have to understand is uh, what people are now talking about as the now. The now is the harmonization of the two, the pituitary and the pineal. Then only we can live in the now. Otherwise, the pituitary will bring the time. The timelessness belongs to the pineal. And it is, why do you have to harmonize that? Because we want to get things done. It's not just only a hallucination or just imagining the now. The now is a state of consciousness in which you see the subject and the object merge, and then you can think and manifest. So this is a process called Now-ization. This is the term that I have coined, that I will talk about it also. Then my recent research is on the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit is a very important concept. When Jesus decided to leave the earth plane, he said, I'm not going to leave you without a helper. The helper being someone who can come and do miracles. Because Jesus' ministry is about miracles. Making the blind to see, and curing the lepers, and people who can't hear, they can hear, all in a split of a second he was able to do. But after he is gone, who is going to do that? And he said that I'm going to send you a person who is the Holy Spirit, and then he is going to be with you and in you, and he is going to help. So I have a new understanding about this, that what Jesus is referring to is the holy breath. There is evidence that Holy Spirit is the holy breath, which is a pineal breathing, which can bring miracles. And this is the foregone conclusion of the Siddhas, that as long as you are breathing through the nostrils, you will create the logical reality. The nostril breathing has to move into the midbrain and the pineal breathing. And there are very profound discoveries in this area. For instance, how does the mind come into existence? The mind is the out breath. When there is no out breath and then the breath stays inside, then you have a different breathing. That is called the pineal breathing. And that breathing it takes inside, and then the lung breathing is barely there. And that is what is meant by the Holy Spirit. Spirit is breathing. It is the as or air. So it is the manipulation of the air, and that can give you a miraculous consciousness. So this is a very difficult concept, but what I'm interested in is giving you techniques so that you can use it, because for the Holy Spirit itself, I'm going to do at least about 50 or 60 lessons. That's going to be on a regular basis. So for the presentation of my ultimate teachings, this is just an overview of what I'm going to be doing. So I look forward to do the teaching, because there was a time that I thought there's nothing to teach, that can really work fast. But now I am excited that we can move fast in time. It's a matter of working with our brain and also bringing the wisdom or tradition of the Siddhas and Yogis. I look forward to seeing you soon during this presentation. God bless.